Hello everyone. In this video we are going to create an APA template, and this will come in handy because in your future classes, if you have this available, you won't need to recreate a cover page or the basic formatting. You can just open this file and use it for the essay that you're writing. And as you'll notice, I've already saved it, APA template. We went over this in a previous lesson, so if you don't know how to save in a specific folder, you'll need to go back and do that. We'll be doing this in both the desktop application of Microsoft Word, so the one you may have downloaded and installed on your computer, but I'll also occasionally be hopping over to the online version of Microsoft Word, and the reason being is there's a few things that are somewhat different in the online app. To start off with, one thing that's very important is what's called a caret over here on the very right, the little drop down arrow. You need to click that, and if you're not already in Classic Ribbon, I'm obviously not, I'm in Simplified. You need to click on Classic Ribbon because it more closely resembles the ribbon that is in the desktop application of Microsoft Word. To begin our cover page, we are going to need to change the line spacing. Line spacing is double in all of APA writing, and by default, the line spacing is usually 1.0. So we're going to change that by going up here to what's called our ribbon, and make sure you're on the Home tab, and then go to the paragraph section. If you're on Microsoft Online, you have to click the down arrow, and you'll see here in the center the line spacing icon. You click the drop down, and mine was on 2.0 because I was messing with it earlier. Yours will probably either be unlabeled or say 1.0, but I'm going to 2.0. That's what you need to set it to. It's APA requirements. My line setting is now 2.0. What comes next is hitting enter 5 times. We want to get about halfway down our front page, our cover page. I hit enter twice and now I'm halfway down. And like many titles when you're writing, they're centered. I want to center my title. I'm going to go to paragraph, again up here at the top, ribbon, section, and there is different options for your text justification, and we want to go to center. So I'm going to click that. It's going to bring my cursor to the middle of my page. And now we're going to title our paper. I'm just going to do APA template. You can do likewise. Typically when you're naming a title, you want it to reflect whatever you're writing about. And one thing to note is you want your titles, and I'll talk about it a little bit more when we finish, you want your titles and everything on your cover page capitalized. And there's actually a resource for a APA title capitalization generator on the assignment page for this. And I'm going to left click, hold, and drag so that I select all of this text. And we want to bold it. Bolding is under the font section up in your ribbon. It's the B on the left hand side. You click that, bolds your text. And now I want to click out of that and hit enter 2 times. We're now going to enter in some basic information about you, what class you're in, and a few other things, just so that your teacher's aware. It's a formality for APA style. Before we do that, we need to unbold our font again. It's only the title that's bolded. I'm going to go back up here and click on the B icon, which unbolds it. And first, you are going to enter your name. Again, make sure you use proper capitalization. And then after that, hit enter and put in your college. In this case, Northwest Indian College. And then you want to put the name of the course. For Introduction to Computers, it's CMPS 101. I like to use this formatting, putting the course code CMPS 101, colon, and then the full course name, Introduction to Computers. And I'm just hitting enter once in between all these lines. The next is your instructor name. So whatever your instructor is, I might be your instructor in this course. And then you want to hit enter and put the date. Whatever the date is. And you now have your cover page. Again, notice how everything is capitalized. My name, the name of the college, the course, instructor name would be capitalized, the date. Make sure you're doing that. From here, we are going to move to our second page. So that's the cover page. I'm going to hit enter numerous times till I get to the next page. And we want to be on the top line. Notice that I'm still centered, and what we want to do is repeat our title. We want that at the top of our second page as well, and we also want it bolded again. So I'm going to left click, hold, drag, select that text, and then go to the B icon again. I clicked it. We're not going to use bold again, so I'm just going to click out of the text, unhighlight it, and click that B again. We next want to insert page numbers. And we're actually going to switch tabs in our ribbon for this. I'm going to the Insert tab. And go to page number. This looks a little bit different in the online version of Microsoft. I'm going to hop over there in just a second. On the desktop application, you click the drop down for page number. We want the top page and the top right. They call it plain number 3. Click on that. And your pages are now numbered. I'm going to click close header and footer after I put in my page numbers. And it will automatically number every page in the rest of your essay. Hopping over to the online version of Word, and you will still go to Insert, and you still go to page number, and you'll pick the top right. It's a little bit strange, but it doesn't tell you the actual number, but you don't have to worry about that. It is in numerical order starting with 1. You just click out of that once you select the top right page number. And then, also weird, but it doesn't show you that your pages are numbered. But if you go to reading view, or if you go to print preview, the numbers will be there if you want to double check. It's strange, but that's how it goes. After our title, we are going to want to hit enter just one time. That's important. You only need one space. And because we're going to the actual writing, I'm going to first unbold it under the font section, and then we need to left justify it. So you no longer want centered text. So under paragraph, go to align left. Okay, this first part is really important. You need to, for each paragraph, have an indent. So the way to do that is if you look at your keyboard on the left-hand side, very left-hand side, about 2/3 of the way up, you should see a tab key. And all you have to do to create an indent is hit that tab key, and your cursor will scoot up a little ways. And that is all an indent is. And for the purposes of this assignment, I just want you to give me 3 sentences on how you use technology in your daily life. And that can include what devices you use, how often you use them. Just think a little bit about how you use technology. You could even talk about why it's important. And the reason we're writing this is just to make sure, or just to have a little bit of text in our template, making sure we're having that indent as practice, and also just think a little bit about technology. I already typed mine out, so I'm just going to paste it into the document. And I'm going to put in period at the end of that sentence. So these are my 3 sentences. And yours should look relatively the same. You don't have to do this, but keep in mind if I was to start a new paragraph by hitting enter, I would again need to go up to that top left tab key and hit that again and make sure that once again there is an indent for new paragraph. When you're writing, you have to do that in APA style. Alright, that is the end of this video. Again, you can use this as a template. You'll actually be writing a reflective piece in your next assignment, and you'll just replace the APA template title with the actual title that you choose to name your writing. And just change the name of your document. Save it as a different name right when you open it, just so you always have that template available. And you can do this with every class. Thanks for following along, and you are now set with your APA template.